Hey, what's up, guys? Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. So, hey, I hope that everyone's doing good out there, and I hope that everyone's getting ready for a pretty merry Christmas. Just a couple of days from now. And you know what? I was just thinking, to myself, it seems like MOTU Origins Wave 8 has just disappeared off the entire conversation charts. All right, it seems that people are really talking about this from a couple of weeks to about a month or so ago, and now I don't seem to hear any word on it at all. I mean, yeah, I could be wrong about this, but there seems to be something like zero chatter on this wave right now online. Okay, nobody seems to be discussing this thing at all. And I was looking back at some of the previous videos that I did. When PowerCon hit sometime in September, I did do a coverage of the reveals that they actually put out there. And they had a lot of images of the actual Wave 8 figures. And later we started to get, more definitive promotional images of the figures that were coming out in the wave, and they had confirmed the anti-Titania Heman, mini comic Trapjaw, and Clawful. But it kind of seems like the fourth figure in the wave was always something that was undecided upon. At first, we were hearing there was going to be like a regular release of the Sunman figure, and then news came in that it was actually supposed to be the Horde Trooper instead. Okay, but now it seems like there's just no news of anything at all. When I look back at the figures for this wave, I know that there's a lot of sculpting here that we've seen before. Like, the anti-Titania He-Man is just basically He-Man, but given an evil overall look and with a pretty funky hair color. And then we've also got the mini comic Trapjaw. Now, this is a figure that I think nobody has a problem with because Trapjaw has always been so freaking awesome. And there's a lot of people that didn't manage to get his first version Origins figure that came out last year because that thing was just like, it's literally just, it was on the shelves and it just disappeared, okay, right? You couldn't find it at all anywhere. And that was the beginning of us realizing the distribution problems that this line would have. But so this is a second chance for us to actually get our hands on a Trapjaw figure. It's just that, it's the mini comic version, except that looking at the figure here, I don't know. I mean, maybe we need to see the actual figure in our hands to really make up our minds. But I kind of feel like the colors used on him here just don't quite cut it, all right? I mean, they just don't quite cut it like how I imagined him to be in the actual mini comic. But it's still great that we're getting him. And then we get to Clawful. Now, I know a lot of people are actually waiting for Clawful. For me personally, I've never been a fan of the vintage style Clawful head. I think that the version of him from 2002, I've mentioned this in a couple of videos as well, the version of him from 2002 was actually the best version of Clawful ever captured, right? And I like the concept of a Clawful character, okay, a monstrous humanoid looking half man half lobster like creature, but somehow the execution of this Clawful figure, as well as the fact that it's based off his original vintage version, somebody just doesn't do it for me. So I wasn't terribly excited that this figure was in the mix, but it's great that we're getting him because he is an entirely new figure for Origins. All right, unlike anti-Titania He-Man and the mini comic Trapjaw, which are just reused sculpts. All right, so this was supposed to be like an entirely new figure that we were getting. Now, when it came to the fourth figure in the mix, there was a lot of talk at first there was supposed to be a regular release version of the Sunman figure, okay, because they put out an exclusive version of the Sunman character on the Mattel website, which kind of like sold out in, I don't know what, 3 or 4 seconds. But, I didn't get it, okay? But, we got the news that it was supposed to be released as well as a regular release in this particular wave. And then comes the news that we're getting the Horde Trooper instead. Okay, so I was like, whoa, when the hell did this news come from? Okay, because the Horde Trooper is just freaking awesome. And I definitely do need a replacement Horde Trooper because my vintage one's broken. Everything I saw about the images of this Horde Trooper character just looks great, okay, right? It looks like a fantastic update. I just wasn't sure at first whether the Horde Trooper was supposed to be part of a regular release, like, part of Wave 8, or was he supposed to be like a deluxe figure? I don't know whether anybody's actually confirmed this yet. If he's actually supposed to be in Wave 8, I'm not really sure whether I saw any kind of report that said that, look, this is the final actual assortment for Wave 8. But when he was announced, it kind of felt that, yeah, okay, so Sunman's out and the Horde Trooper's in. But then, just like a couple of weeks ago, there were these images of the regular released Sunman. Now, I did a video on the channel a couple of months ago where I talked about the exclusive release of the Sunman character, and I did state that I wasn't really too particularly a fan of the character design. I do admit that it's great that we're getting new characters in Masters of the Universe, alright? And the hype around this character certainly warranted a lot of attention from us. But I just felt that a lot more work should have been put into the character's facial design. I talked about that in my video as well. They kind of made him look a little bit too goofy, alright? This is based off the images of the exclusive release, which, by the way, I don't think that anybody's actually gotten their hands on it, okay? It's sold out at the pre-order stage, but I don't think that exclusive release has shipped out to anyone yet. I've been looking online. I've not seen any reviews. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe one of you out there has already got a set in hand. You can let me know. But I don't think that this thing's actually been out there yet. Not the exclusive version of the Sunman character. So we can't tell for sure if the images that we saw in the promotional pictures, were the same, as the final release. But those images that we got in the promotional images, man, they sure did make the character look a little bit too goofy, okay? And what I'm seeing here in these images here of the regular release Sunman, okay, kind of looks the same to me, okay? It kind of just feels to me that they should have put a little bit more work into the character's facial sculpt, okay, to make him look a little bit more dynamic, okay? Here, he just looks a little bit, I don't know, still looks a bit confused. And somebody mentioned in the comments trail that he kind of looks a bit like an adult Gary Coleman. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love Gary Coleman in different strokes, but honestly, I just felt that a little bit more work should have been put into the character's facial sculpt. What do you guys think? So basically, I'm wondering here, first of all, where in the hell is this particular wave? Okay, when is it dropping? And also, what's going to be in the final mix of figures? Okay, if I were to think back the whole of 2021, here in Malaysia, we got 4 full sets of Masters of the Universe waves, starting from wave 4 all the way to wave 7. Okay, so wave 4 came out sometime in early February, and the last wave that we got was wave 7 in October. So I kind of felt that wave 8 was coming out sometime in early December because of all the hype surrounding all the promotional images that they were bombarding social media with, all the finalized updates. And then it seems like there seems to be some sort of like confusion there. I'm not sure, maybe on the part of Mattel, as to which is the 4th figure that they want to include in this wave. Okay, is it going to be Sunman? Is it going to be the Horde Trooper? Or is it going to be Sunman again? Or maybe, I don't know, maybe this isn't really even a delay. Maybe the line's just fallen back onto a normal shipping schedule. Maybe I'm just feeling like it's a delay because the last couple of waves were shot out, at lightning fast speed. Okay, they were shot out like a rocket leaving Earth. Okay, it was shot out like the way the Millennium Falcon spat out of the Death Star. Okay, that's how fast those last couple of waves were coming out. Especially last year, man, when the line first debuted here in Malaysia in October of 2020, we got something like 3 waves, okay, in just the span of 3 months, okay? That was like, that for me is like a record, okay, for a release slate of action figures by waves, okay? Figures were being shot out so fast that I think waves 2 and 3 have practically disappeared off the face of the earth. Okay, I don't think that anybody's found those. Some people have never even seen those assortments on shelves. Okay, the wave with the original Trapjaw and the many faces, and even the She-Ra wave. Okay, that one's practically become extinct here. But so maybe this line's just fallen back onto a regular normal shipping schedule. And going by how the waves were released this year, like I said, we got the earliest wave, which was wave 4 in February. So it's possible that we might see wave 8 here in Malaysia sometime around the same time, like just after the holidays, going to January, by early February perhaps. It's possible, right? But hey, let me know when you guys think that this wave is gonna hit. Let me know what you guys think is going to be the final assortment. All right, is it going to be including Sunman, or is it going to be the Horde Trooper? Yeah, what do you guys think? Okay, let me know what you thought of the video. Okay, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do appreciate your support, and of course I want to see all of your comments in the comments trail below. I will read and reply every one of you. Okay, so thank you guys. Okay, I'll catch all of you again real soon.